I saved 3,000 euros in otherwise lost sales on my Shopify store, and all I had to do is click a bunch of buttons. I'm not even joking. If you're new here, my name is Cristian and I spent my past 10 plus years in the Shopify ecosystem, testing ideas, building stores. If you're interested in the topic, do click that subscribe button. So about a month ago, when testing the stock app for their pre-sale option, I noticed that they also offered the notify me when back in stock feature. And because I constantly run into out of stock situations on my main store, I decided to give a go to this feature to see its impact. Now, I've been using this feature on multiple stores in the past, but I didn't expect the results this one got. The average back in stock email open rates are about 50 to 60%, while the conversion rate is up to 20%. At least this is the information you can find online from case studies. If you want to see the numbers I got, keep on watching because I'm going to show them to you in just a bit. But for now, let me just show you how I've set up the stock app. So I'm going to go through the setup again on this other store that I have. I have this product over here and I would like to display that back in stock button right under this sold out button. To do that, I'm going to go and I'm going to install the app again. So I'm going to go to apps and I'm going to search for the stock app. And once you found it, you're just going to open it up. You're going to install it. And on this screen, I chose pre-orders and back in stock because I plan to use both. But if you don't plan to use pre-orders, you can always enable them later. You can just have back in stock alerts turned on and then you can click on get started and you're going to be presented with this step-by-step guide. All you have to do is go through it. It's very simple. So I'm going to click on open theme editor. So now we enabled the modules. We can go now to customize the notify me button. So I'm going to click on customize. In here, you're going to have all the settings for this button. So right now we're going to have this sidebar like that, but I don't really like that. I want to have it in line with this other button that we have on this page because I find this sidebar like that a bit disruptive on the page. So if I go and I preview now the page and I refresh now the page, I'm going to have here at the side the notify me when available button, but I would like it right underneath the sold out button. Now to do that, I'm going to go back here and I'm going to go lower where we have this button setting. So I'm going to click on button position and style. And in here, you're going to have a bunch of settings, but nothing complicated. And in order to have the notify me button displayed right underneath the sold out button, you'll have to go here to dev mode. And you're going to turn that on. And then you're going to go back to the button style and content. And you're going to see here at the bottom that you have some new settings floating on the right side as it is right now, floating on the left and below the sold out button. This is where we want to add the button. So now it is displayed there. Now I'm going to save this and I'm going to preview it. And this looks nice for me, but if you have rounded corners like that, you can just go back and add here some border radius. I added 30 for that rounded corners like that. But in this case, for this store, I don't want rounded corners at all because this looks nice as it is. So I'm going to save that. Now, next to the button settings, you're going to have the products that you want to show a notify me when back in stock button. So if you only want to show the notify me button on certain products, you can do it from here, specific products, and then you can filter for those products. I'm just going to leave it for all out of stock products. Then when you're done with the product filtering, you can go and you can see how the buttons will show on the collection page if you have add to cart buttons on the collection page. So if you want to show the notify me button on collection pages, you can do it from over here. Then you have options for how the button shows on the home page, how the button shows on search pages and on custom pages. And then I went to the sign up form and I've customized it a little bit. In here, all I've done is to tweak a little bit the language because my store has a certain type of messaging. I just went and I tweaked the wording a little bit. You can go ahead and adjust it to fit your branding. You have here the header, the description. So these two here. We have a product image if you want to show a product image on the side. I didn't do that because the customers are already on the product page and they have that image, that product image displayed there. Then we have some more wording. You can go ahead and adjust that. And if you don't want to show this powered by stock, you can just unclick it and it will disappear. And underneath, we're going to have the button settings. We're going to have the text and the colors. You can change those to fit your brand. Then you can allow the customers to add a quantity. I didn't do that. I just left it like it is. Now back in here, you're going to be able to select the channels and you're going to have email turned on already. And you can also turn on SMS. This is powerful because it lets people add their phone number in there and you can send them SMSs. You will have to verify your store before the SMS feature will start working. If you want to send those personalized email, you want to collect the customer's name. I turned this one on. Then I didn't turn on mailing list and I didn't turn on double opt-in, but you can go ahead and turn those on as well. It's always good to have their approval for future messages. And also you're going to have a better list if they actually verify their emails. I didn't turn this on because I didn't want the customer to have to work too much. They would have to go ahead and verify their email in order to get that notification. And I thought that this will actually discourage people from signing up for these notifications. But I guess you're going to get better results if people actually verify, because then they really are interested in that product. And after I was done with the widget itself, I went to notification, which is down below. Here you're defining when you're going to notify the customer, and you can add in here the minimum amount of items restocked in order for the customer to get that notification. Then you're going to be able to edit the notification that the customer gets by clicking right here. So if I click here, I'm going to be sent to the email template, and here, depending on your brand, depending on your products, you're going to have to adjust some things. If you want to change this email and personalize it, you can contact the customer support and they will do it. But by default, this is the email that will be shown in those notifications like that. So this is the name of the store. If you want to change it, you can do that. Going further, you're going to be able to change some of the content of the email. It looks like this right now. So you're going to have the name of the store, then this title, a description, a buy now button so that people can go directly to checkout, an image for that product. Then you're going to have a small text right here and then unsubscribe. So if you want to send a test email, you can do that from over here. So in order to personalize this, you're going to go and you're going to upload your logo. This will be a nice touch on the email. Then you're going to have all these fields, which you can change based on the branding that you have. And if you want the emails to be a bit more personalized, you can go and you can check out the variables that you can add inside the email. And the variables are this ones. So if you want, for example, to mention the store's name, you're going to copy this and you're going to add it inside some text. So if you want to format it in a certain way and add the store's name, you can just go ahead and paste in there the store's name. But that needs to make sense. So this obviously doesn't make sense. I'm going to take it out. I didn't do a lot of changes here. What you already have is good. You just have to make it sound like something your brand would say. So whenever you're done with the content, you can go to the next tab, which are the colors, and you can change these colors to reflect your brand. This is fairly easy to do. And then you're going to have the option to add your social links so that they can show up here. That is always good because people might want to check your socials and to see if you're trustworthy. Just add them in there because they will make you more credible, and they will look something like this once you've added them. You're going to have them like that. And once you're done, just save the changes and close this pop-up up. This is kind of what I've done. You also have here delivery settings if you want to go through them. I didn't change anything here. If your store is not English, you can change here your language. And then you can also go and integrate stock with Klaviyo or Omnisend if you're using those, or any of the other ones if you want to create more advanced flows. But stock handles everything regarding this notification. So if you don't need anything crazy, you don't even need to integrate with any of these. So let me go and test this flow. I'm going to go to the store here. I'm going to refresh the page and I'm going to add my email to the waiting list for this t-shirt. I would like to be notified when this t-shirt comes back in stock. So I'm going to click notify me when available. So the customer now just waits for us to update our inventory. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to update the stock for this t-shirt right here, black ski tee. I'm going to go here and I'm going to add one item. So I'm going to adjust this with 1. And after adding this item, I'm going to save and it's going to be added in there. And now automatically stock will send notifications to the customers who registered to this flow. So if I go to my email, it looks like this. Let me open it up and here it is. We have the t-shirt on there. We have our copy. We have our button right there. So if the customer is interested in this t-shirt, they can just click buy now and they will be sent to the checkout of my store directly. So here are the numbers for the last 7 days. We've got 699 euros recovered. There were 6 orders and they all came from the back in stock notification. We've got 11 signups and 21 notifications sent. Some people were notified multiple times. Either they sign up to multiple out of stock items or the item went in and out of stock. And here's the 30-day picture. After 30 days, I got here 2,996 euros in sales recovered. There were 24 orders and from the back in stock notification, we actually saved 2,847 because I tested and pre-sold one item for $149. So we have 47 signups and 88 notifications sent. Again, not bad for such a simple addition. This store made about 42k in the past 30 days, so this 3,000 amounts to about 7%. And it might not sound like a lot, but this is money I would have otherwise lost. This can seem like a small change, but it's a small change that can bring some of that lost revenue back. If you want to see more tips and tricks like this, click the subscribe button, and I think you'll want to see this video next. Click it and I'll see you there.